Bokuto and shit talk a blick. Last night I was viewing the videos that I had put up. I was kind of shocked to see that it did not have 2 views. And kind of glad it didn't, because these niggas, they scrambled my shit. They scrambled it. And this is Enki, Pantherz, me, Anu, PanDORA, CATTO, and TV Part 2. And they scrambled it. Just let me show you what I'm talking about. Well, here, I didn't know they scrambled it, but you know, my entities are going to show what the fuck they did, because something stupid happened in this video. It's like something is cut out, you know. So let me see. If I'm going to start here, where you can see that it is scrambled. Wow.
Now I'm satisfied with being asymmetrical because I can connect to certain things. Even antenna, I can connect to
right here.
Because my name.
Through my phone, I can see antenna so very well. You see all that directed energy going through my phone? Look at my finger. You see, it looks as though something's wrong with my phone, but it is not. That is directed energy when they get into your phone. So I said, okay, you guys like to play games, so I have to do shit over. That's fine with me. What I will do, I should have went through this shit first, you know. I should have broke the fucking code. Anyway, I was saying, talking about antenna, that I can also get my name out of antenna, because this would be Tina, you know, and this is a 10, which means completion. And when I first encountered G11 on YouTube, this is something we talked about, and he said, it's in some comments, I forget exactly what he was saying, but he said that somewhere you must be an antenna. And I told him I was. And so I spelled antenna. And then I spelled my name. But I did not spell antenna like this. I put a 10 in the middle. So in a sense of a way, antenna, it kind of sounds like Tina. And this is a Teledyne. And it's by Louis Berg. So this is also a German. He is a Berg. You know, like the Greenbergs, you know. So they knew if once they brought the TV in, they were Aleister Crowley. He was able to. They use like gamma rays and some other shit. I just can't remember all that science bullshit. And they use these things through the television. But what Aleister Crowley added to the television was neurolinguistic programming. Aleister Crowley knew exactly what words for the actors to say, what names to give the actors, what sounds to put there, even the sounds that we cannot hear. And this is called a PBB surplus, is military radio parts. You see, there's your military again, done by the Martians. So they seek to fuck the video up. I don't know why. I really just don't know why. But you know, you just never really know why the Martians do what they do. You just know that they are Martians and they are ill-minded men, and they do shit for fun. So you don't know exactly why they do it. You know I know they do it for fun. You know, it's just fun. You know, to make you look stupid and to fuck you up.
See, it still says Tina.
See, you can't even see it there.
There's a 10 in the middle, and that adds because because I am so small. You know, I don't even matter. I'm so fucking small. I hate when my damn thing does that shit.
Now, here, they are going to make me cough. But even before I get to this part, they did something to cut the video. But I'm going to just go here. I don't want to cough to go again because I know they like to hear that shit. But I have to, in order to not pass by what another part that they cut out. See, they cut so much out. Why they did it, I don't know. How they did it, I damn sure don't know. But this is antennas in 1884, and these are the type of antennas they made. You know, they are Martians. So I don't remember all the words I was seeing, but I know I went and I explained this. I said it looks like a telephone. You know, the back of your telephone, and it has a battery in it. That's what this looks like. This is an external antenna, a 3G USB DONGLE 7.2, which the 7.2 still will give you 9. So they're dealing with the 9 heads right here too. You see, A equal 9, they're dealing with the 9 heads, and B equal 12, that's for 12 strands. See, I didn't even say that, but when they fuck up my videos, I just add some more. I also showed this. This is a very tiny antenna. I don't know what it's for. Oh, this is a Wi-Fi antenna. A Wi-Fi antenna back in 1884. Through roof phantom antenna. So this can come through your roof, whatever. I mean, I'm not researching to actually see what these things are. I'm just showing it to you, and I'm going to tell you what I said yesterday, maybe tell a little more. This looks like the thing, you know, like if you have asthma, that's what this looks like. And I wonder, the thing that they make to have asthma, is it a form of antenna to make whomever use these things for asthma? Do they put an antenna in here to keep them being synthetic? Like my daughter, panic attacks doesn't run in our family, okay? So my daughter, but I did not know that, at least I thought it was panic attacks because, you know, it was logical at the time. And I was fitting my daughter, my baby girl, for a garment I was making for her. And she just fainted. I mean, she just straight fainted on us. You know, she didn't stay out long, but she still fainted. And I took her to the doctor, and he told me that, you know, sometimes when you have anxiety attacks, the anxiety can be so strong that you will faint. And she did have anxiety because she had secrets and she was hiding them. And she was so close to me, you know, and when my children were young and I wanted to know if they were telling the truth, I would bring them close to me. I would have their legs to touch my knees, you know, on the side of my knees, like, you know, my leg, but close to my knee, and have them look me in my eye, and I would ask them a question. And if they were lying, that will make them tell the truth, almost like a lie detector, which this looks like it can go inside a lie detector. And so then later on, after they took her and all this other kind of shit, next thing I know, they told her she had asthma, and she was sucking out this thing, but she did not have asthma. She had so many fucking secrets that when I came around, her ass began to have panic attacks because she did not know if I would be able to see through her or not. They just got out of jail. A lot of things, you know, the sounds and signals in jail and shit, it kind of took things out of my memory. Some things I never got back. The things I needed, I got back. But they had her on this, and she's a synthetic human today. I have 8 children, and 6 of them are synthetic humans. 2 I will call half-breeds. They have synthetic human. But I can still, I can deal with them. I can still tolerate them, you know. And then I went here to this one, you know. You see, I guess this is a Wi-Fi. This looks like popsicle sticks right here. And this one. And this has a 58 in it. And a 6. And then 606. I don't know if all of these are 1884 because I don't know if they had Wi-Fi back then, you know, and that's what this is. It is a Wi-Fi thing, antenna. And then I came here and I said, you know, we were talking and this looks like a piece of the spaceship. It really looks like a piece of the spaceship. And I skipped this. And I went here and I was seeing that this looks like the things I use, you know, when I'm creating. You know, the tube off of the napkin holder, you know, or your aluminum foil or wax paper. And as we were talking about this, CATTO, he also was talking about ships, you know, and, you know, we're just looking at whatever, some things, you know, because I looked at this with CATTO, and then when it got to Enki, I wanted to show him some things too because of what Enki was saying to me about the Panther movie, you know. So then from here, there's your ship. But I guess this is a form of antenna. It's a float boat searched by, so it just says object. So I don't know what it is. I didn't go into it at any time, you know, talking to Eno or Enki. Then here I said this reminded me of what I'm doing right now, you know, what I'm making right now, except this side of the box is covered, you know, with paper. So this part right here is the box is kind of like this too, and right here is the bathroom, and it has 2 doors, and I was trying to think of how to, you know, have the bathroom doors stay closed, and I was going to use something similar to this and a hook, you know, the hook that like comes off your socks, you know, when they are hanging up. So now they want to bother my stomach because I did find a way to bypass the program of them having me to cough and choke the shit out of me. Although I just started it this morning, so I don't know how well it will work, and I only started it this morning. See, this looks like your cable box or something, and you hook the things inside. This is what I was talking about. This wasn't here yesterday. It's funny, this was bookmarked. This was not here yesterday. This was number 1. And this was number 2. Because I said it was 2 of something. But I could not remember today what I said it was 2 of. But I began to talk about this one. And it was bigger than this too. And I said that here, you know, is an antenna for your car. You know? Oh, I know what the 2 is about. And then here's another antenna for your car. And I didn't well, I didn't know when I was younger that these antennas were fucking with our minds, and that some even had this in the mind already. We did not even know. None of us knew. This is what they show in the movie Invasion of Mars 1986. I saw that movie before, but I saw it again. I saw it a different way, and this is what they said in that movie that was in the heads of those that they were turning into synthetic humans or synthetic earthlings, because they were doing the same thing to their own people. And I also said it was funny that there were two, because you know in the movie they had two just drop dead, but it said something else about the two, but I don't remember. And we never knew what this antenna was actually about. Now then they upgraded, so they don't need this antenna anymore. Now they have it's almost invisible antenna. It kind of goes through your windshield the same way they do our brain cells. Now the antenna is more so invisible because it's very, very small. This was not here yesterday either, but this was. And they bookmarked this, but yet they changed it anyway. It's kind of odd how they did my video though. Now, once you hear me cough, you will see this, but you don't hear me explain this, or this, because these things were not up here. These pieces, they were not here yesterday. From here and here, it came these things here, not these things. Because I would have really expounded on these things from what they look like today to me. Okay, so now check this out. Now I cough. Once I cough, then all of a sudden I say, let me get back to where I was, but I was already back to where I was. This is where I was. And I talked about it, but it disappeared. You see how this is? You see what this is and where this is and where this is. Now, let's go to the picture that I bookmarked. You see? I told you these things were not there. See? This is there. Now this is here. Well, yesterday it was on top of this. So these things were not there yesterday. Somehow that shit got added in very fast. But you know, brother's name Brand and Paige, you know, they are the ones who input things into Google, program it. They can put shit in a heartbeat. They can take a page out in a heartbeat whenever they want to. So now I cough, and when I cough, now I am a CATTO. So something here is missing. What I mean, something is just awfully missing. Maybe what I said or something.
To where I was.
Back to where I was.
Shit took me to.
Now, it takes me all the way here to them. What I was saying about this is I put in CATTO etymology and could not find it. Not the actual etymology. So it took me to a page that said it would give me a meaning, but it didn't. And in this video, it doesn't say what I said about her. See, she is in the military. You see? And she has CATTO name.
But she is a CATTO. Enjoy your CATTO at that.
So now since they want to take it away, and then it's 1919. So the bitch was born in a double year, like 1010. Until 1998. 1998, 2 years before 2000. So she is also in the military. She has the name CATTO. And then she is the one also, you know, because it says Mary Hippie. She's Harry's lady. it does say she pendles money just to feed Harry's baby. How do you pendle money? And I thought it said she pendles. It's centis or some shit like that, because some also think he said she peddles pennies just to feed Harry's baby. But how do you peddle pennies? When you peddle things, you sell them. But it was these shirts. They were called centis back in the 60s. I think that's the name of it, centis. Sounds like pennies. And the shirts had 3 buttons that buttoned down the front. Male and female wore them, and they still wear them today, but I don't know what they're called today. But in the 60s, I know that they were 60s and 70s, I guess, they were called centis, I think. I forget the way they're spelled, but I know centis sound like pennies. It was centenies, whatever it was, I can't remember. So, they fucked my video up, so it's like I'm fucking it up even more. But anyway, she is a CATTO and she is the military. They took a lot out of it. Wow, I don't know how they did it.
In 1998 and 1990. But CATTO was here in the 1800s. So they even stole his motherfucking name.
Yep, they stole his name.
There was another picture with that.
So I kept moving on. Because of the pictures with that, I just wanted to see if these two were CATTO, and they went, and it took me too far, so I had to go back to where I was. Okay, let's see if this is it. Did I find it? Oldest CATTOs. Earliest CATTOs, oldest CATTOs.
He is Arthur F. CATTO. Now, his F is for frequency or...
I think my camera needs to be cleaned. I can barely see myself. Give me a minute. Now, this guy, his name is Arthur F. CATTO. But they were not CATTOs in the 1800s.
He faces Gerald or Frank or fuck you. But he is the author of what? A lie. He is born in 1950. And now he holds the name CATTO too.
So he was born in 1915. He was born 4 years before the other. I wonder if they both are brother and sister. And these are the ones who are, they're the ones who murdered CATTO and his crew. And the way they murdered him, it's in a movie, and I really don't want to see the movie again. I don't need to see the movie again. I know what happened in the movie. In this one of the movies, I don't want to see again. It's just people's and families. And lies is in families. Yeah, because they lie to all families. Look at him. Look at his forehead. And when you look up matter, it says the hard part of the brain. And look at that. His people are responsible for CATTO and his crew's death. See, their lineage, it keeps going on and on too. Only for a while, then they will need a melanated being to come in, and more so a female, a melanated female, to come in, and they will breed with her to make a mutant. And then they will put, if the mutant is bright enough, they will put that mutant back into their fold, so they can breed for maybe 2 or 3 more generations. But with that mutant that they throw into their fold, because it's pink enough, that mutant can actually have the darkest baby in the world, and then the man who marries her will not know that her female parent is a melanated female. So he would think that she stepped out on him, and a lot of that was happening in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. A lot of that was happening. I guess by the 70s, they all had enough of them had the information to know that they did have melanated, a tad bit of melanated blood running through the veins, and then they would say, oh, if you have 1 point or 0.1% of black blood or Negro blood at the time, Negro blood, then you are black. That's because then you are a Negro, you know. That's because they want to be us, and they cannot. And this is what someone said: the reason they don't like us and other nations don't like us because they are not us. And I'm like, wow. But they penetrated the Moabites, who are the Chinese today. They penetrated the Japanese, who are the Ammonites, who are the Japanese today. They penetrated the Cubans and the and the so-called Mexicans, who used to be Aztec, and they Aztec were melanated. Sometime now you see very few melanated, they're called Mexicans today. And so that's what they do in order for them to stay alive. And once they can get the female or the melanated male or female, once they can get them to like them and they fall in love, which is a spell, and have kids by them, the person becomes a synthetic human, and the baby will be a mutant.
A motherfucking Martian. He is in the military. He is damn sure a Martian. So it's 20 minutes in.
Okay, so that's it for that video, but I know I left something out, and that's fine, because if I ever think about what the fuck I left out, I'll turn the video on and I'll start talking about it. And there's someone that I can talk about, and this person is a synthetic human who has also created mutants, and